I watched Saltburn recently and I realized one of the things I like the most about cinema is the unexpected. And if you've seen Saltburn, you know what I'm talking about. So today's disturbing list, yes, you're getting another, and I know you love them, you absolute freaks. Today's is not entirely about the most traumatic, but instead the most unexpected. Twists that really throw you off, and that's kind of what makes them disturbing. So if you like watching something that's completely unique, keep watching. And of course, I do a lot of disturbing lists, so today's list is just films I haven't spoken about much or at all. I have plenty of other disturbing lists if you're looking for longer lists with more mainstream films. These are the ones you probably haven't seen. But a lot of you ask, how do I find these strange films? Well, it's because of today's sponsor, Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network, and not only do they protect and encrypt all of your data while you're surfing online, they also can unblock geo-blocked content. So say if there is a movie you want to watch on a certain platform that's only available in a certain country, you can just type in that location, press enter, and you're there. I love a lot of things about Surfshark. You have unlimited access on different devices, so you only need one account and you can access on your phone, on your laptop, on your smart TV, wherever you surf the web. And if you've ever thought about trying out Surfshark, well, now is the perfect time, because not only do they have a 30-day risk-free money-back guarantee, they also have a Black Friday special. If you use the code SPOOKY, it's also linked down in the description below, you'll get 6 months extra for free. 6 months extra. So what are you waiting for? Why not try Surfshark today and unlock a bunch of bonus content? It's just at your fingertips. Again, use the code SPOOKY and there is a link down below. Thank you so much to Surfshark for sponsoring creators like me, and let's get into today's picks. Okay, listen up. Katie Holmes as a killer elementary school teacher. Mary Poppins meets Kill Bill. This film is one of the most bizarre pairings I've ever seen, and it rarely gets any attention. The dark comedy crime thriller from 2014 follows Mary Meadows, who has just moved to a new town and starts working as a substitute first grade teacher. But Miss Meadows has a dark secret. Although she appears overly polite and well-mannered, she isn't afraid to pull up others on their bad behavior. The thing is, Miss Meadows isn't just a juxtaposition on hyper-femininity and brutal crime. It takes it one step further. Holmes plays one of the most bizarre, unexpected characters on screen. She not only speaks proper, grammatically correct English, no, can I ask you a question? It's, may I ask you a question? She also lives in a vintage manner with 50s social etiquette and, of course, tap dancing shoes. You can't forget that. It's a bizarre film that continues to add to the dark backstory of Miss Meadows until the very end. And it's a very strange film that reveals the dark side of Holmes. And it's truly worth a watch for her bizarre performance alone. Manod Drome is a very new film, and it's currently in the center of a lot of controversy, with people initially tanking the IMDb score. And you know me, if any film is slightly controversial because of its content, I want in. And I was not sorry. Manod Drome is a twisted ride that has a very straightforward message, but delivers it in the most exceptional way. It's the worst case scenario every time. And interestingly, with all of the violence and anger that the film holds, the most disturbing parts are in its subtle moments. The drama thriller follows Ralphie, a quiet, quote unquote, average man who is checked out emotionally, which is impacting his relationship with his pregnant girlfriend. But something changes when he meets Dan, a man leading a community of men who offer him an out. The film is a bizarre journey and disturbing downfall, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Anyone who is a fan of disturbing cinema and themes will benefit from watching this one. There's a reason it's getting a rise out of people, and it's also got a killer cast including Jesse Eisenberg and Adrian Brody. Manod Drome is a film that deals with erratic emotions in a society that rarely encourages men to express themselves in healthy ways. If you're looking for something challenging, this one is for you, and has also just been released, so check it out now on VOD. Pity is a wildly unique film, and it's not because of its story, it's more so its presentation. It's a rather simple story that's refined by its dramatic conclusion, so if you're going to take this one for a spin, make sure you are ready for the whole ride. This dark Greek drama is the story of a man only known as Lawyer, a lawyer who is going through an immense amount of stress in his home life, but somehow he begins to find comfort in the attention that's given to him because of the pity. And he will go to extreme lengths to keep this pity party going. Think Sick of Myself, but an older family man. And if you haven't seen Sick of Myself, I'm also going to recommend that. It's not as disturbing as this one, but it is absolutely wild. But Pity has a bizarre deadpan and dryness to it, which works really well with the lack of authentic emotion behind the lead's desire for sadness. His tears have run dry, just like the awkward yet unique silence that permeates this film. I can't say too much more without spoilers, but if you like that strange wave of independent Greek cinema, such as early Yorgos like Dogtooth, this one may be for you. Lars von Trier, anyone? The House That Jack Built hit me in such a strange way that I didn't know by the end if I hated it or loved it, and I still have a poster of it up in my office to this day. The crime drama tells the story of Jack, played by Matt Dillon. Starting in 1970, we follow Jack, an intelligent serial killer who over the course of 12 years commits brutal murders that develop his inner madman. And we as the audience are taken on this trip to discover his psyche through his thoughts of life, death, philosophical debates, and twisted perspective. This is really a journey film, and where you start, well, no one could have ever predicted how it ends, but that's Von Trier for you. The violent film isn't just overwhelming for your mind and heart rate, it's also stunning in a sick way. I mean, all of the director's films really could be on this list, but this one suits the unexpected in such an effortless manner. Nothing about this film could have been predicted. Okay, this is a must watch, and thanks to my friend Rob for continuously hounding me to watch this one. I'm so glad it wasn't spoiled for me, and if you haven't seen it, you need to check out Perfume, the story of a murderer, right away. Although set in France, the film is primarily in English and is another story on this list that has the most unpredictable, dramatic conclusion. And let me tell you, it is dramatic. I have to emphasize this. I watched it as a group watch, and it was a very awkward mistake. The movie follows a baby who is born with a superior sense. This is the sense of smell, which at first seems harmless, but as we watch him grow, we realize how smell has shaped how he interacts with other humans and how he connects emotionally. At first, it appears like a harmless quirk, but soon it becomes an obsession, which he does put to good use working with an elite perfumer. But it's not long before he decides he must take the next step. The movie is unlike anything else, with killer performances from the lead, Ben Whishaw, Dustin Hoffman, and the late Alan Rickman. I can't wait to see all of your comments flood in after watching this one, although it may leave many of you speechless. And that's as twisted as we get today. Trust me, it's twisted enough. These picks are truly something else. I can't wait for you to watch them. If you do, please let me know what you thought. And if you have any films you think match this description that we may not have heard of, please let me know down in the comments below. And if you're looking for something more horror focused to watch, don't worry, I got you covered. I checked out Thanksgiving if you would like to see my spoiler-free review. And of course, we have the other twisted list. If you did miss this disturbing list, you'll want to check it out. These films truly did traumatize me, and I think you probably haven't seen them all. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye, friends.